Hi there, this is Kaz at Rally Subaru, and today I want to do a little video comparing your 3 small entry-level automatic SUV options with Subaru. So what I've done is I've pulled up a convenience Crosstrek over here on the left. We've got a touring Crosstrek in the middle, and then we've got a base Forester over on the right. So I just want to go through and just touch on some of the key differences. I don't want to touch on every single feature, just the differences. You got to do some of your own research yourself, okay? So this is just meant to help you differentiate the 3 and understand the 3 differences, because I know it quite well, so I don't mind, going through it and explaining it a little bit in more detail. So starting over here on our convenience Crosstrek, halogen headlights, okay, alloy wheels. 17-inch alloy wheels. That's a nice touch, okay? All Crosstreks have alloy wheels. I'm glad they've done that. Looks good, but there are a few other areas where you don't get maybe as many features as, let's say, a base Forester. So got the roof rails. So got heated side mirrors, okay? Looking inside, see a black door pull. We've got a fairly muted interior, okay? It's simpler. It's your entry-level model. These aren't heated seats, okay? It's important to note for us Canadians. Our gear selector, we do have L and D, so low in drive. So no paddle shifters on the steering wheel, and it's not a leather steering wheel like you'll find in the Touring. All the same controls though, adaptive cruise, lane centering assist. You got your 2 drive modes, sport and intelligent. Over on the right, you'll find your button for your automatic start stop if you want to turn that off. We've got auto up down on both front windows. And moving over to our infotainment system, Crosstrek and Forester are very similar in terms of their infotainment system, which is a good blend of screen and buttons. Down below, when you make changes to your climate settings here, you'll see them splash up on that little screen up top, which is nice. The convenience Crosstrek used to not really have any information up there. Just a very basic display. So I'm glad that they've done that. You can see the changes that you make splash up there. We've got a keyed access with their buttons on there. Front rear wipers. There's your headlights. No LED fog lights like you'll find on the touring Crosstrek. And the switch now, you can't actually turn it off. The most you can do is leave it in auto, which is, hey, that's fine. The idea is Canada's trying to rid phantoms on the road. Those guys that drive around without lights on at night and you can't even see them? Yeah, so that's what that's intending to do. And of course, this is using the 2-liter Boxer engine, making 152 horsepower, and that'll be the same in the touring Crosstrek as well. Available 2.5 liter, like you'll find in the Forester, is available in higher trims, but not on these 2. And there's our baggage hooks, or room for a cargo net in the back. We've got a light there. You do have room for a cargo cover if you want. It's an accessory option on this one. And then your carpet mats there too. So from the outside, you'd be very hard pressed to tell the difference between these 2. Aesthetically, they're pretty much identical until you get to the front and you spot those now LED fog lights. But you'll see more differences once you get closer. One of my absolute favorite features is the heated wiper placement there in the glass. Love that. So when you're defrosting the back window, you are defrosting the wiper too, along with the side mirrors. And keyless entry here too. Important to note. Looking inside, chrome door pull there. Same controls, same manual adjust seat. Okay, everything's the same there, but now it is a heated leather steering wheel. So nice upgrade there. I don't have a heated steering wheel in my car. I wish I did. I wish I could add it. I just love it. I don't like using gloves, so that's why I like having a heated steering wheel. And then now you get the dual stage heated seats. Your X mode button will be a little bit different than you'll find in the Forester, which we'll look at in a second. And then you do see we have the M and D on our gear selector, so then you do have that option to use those paddle shifters behind your steering wheel. And when we get in a little closer, yeah, the screen here is the same. But now when we make changes to our climate knobs down here, they're displayed on a much larger colored screen up top here, which, when that fades out, remains as this banner of information on the top. And if we're interacting with that screen using our info button here, we can change the information that's viewed. So, more color, more customization. Also, when we're using our adaptive cruise, worth pointing out, you do get a lot more information displayed there. So it will show, like if it's picked up a car in front, it will show if it can read lane markings. It will also give indication how kind of close you are to that car. And if you're even using it, it'll show if it's sort of scanning ahead and looking ahead. I actually really like that interface. It's really nice while you're first learning how to use all these systems, all these adaptive cruise systems. It's a nice sort of in-between communication between you and all the computers and sensors and cameras. You can just kind of look and see very clearly what's going on. And then up top here, we do see our SOS and concierge, or the I button. So this comes with 3 years of Starlink connected services. So you can remotely start the car. You can adjust climate temperature, airflow. You can turn on heated seats. You can turn on defrosters. You can have the car immobilized if it was stolen. There's advanced roadside assistance. If the car is stolen, you can have it immobilized. Oh, I think I just said that. And you also have a collision notification. So a lot of nice safety and security features built in. Coming around to the back. Now we do have that cargo cover, otherwise it'll be the same in the back here. Okay, so what you'll notice once I go through the Forester now is you will get some more features in this touring Crosstrek here and there. But that said, if you just need more space or just like more space, or you just kind of like this boxy shape which gives you better visibility, then go for the Forester. But let's go through it real quick and get you familiarized. So, whereas we had halogen lights on those two, Forester on all trims now has LED steering responsive headlights. Nice touch, like that. It does have the 2.5 liter motor, so we're going up from 152 to 182 horsepower. Steel wheels with wheel covers. Still have heated side mirrors, but you don't get that heated wiper placement now. Is using a more traditional key access. Of course, you still got the buttons on the key, and do have that full-length door now. So that's a little mud and dirt skirt that seals up to the side of the car. Keeps that painted portion nice and clean and dry. Manual adjust seats like we just saw on the other two. There's now a button for the steering responsive headlight and still a button there for your automatic start-stop. Similar to the convenience Crosstrek, not a leather steering wheel. But unlike the convenience Crosstrek, we do have dual stage heated front seat. You also get an electronic park brake, and you also have the addition of an auto vehicle hold. And if you're wondering what that is, your clue here is that this symbol kind of looks like that one. So this is like a temporary park brake, perhaps while you're driving around, maybe waiting at a light in the drive-through maybe, and just holds the car in place until you're ready to go, and then you put your foot on the gas, and it will release that brake. Still have the automatic headlights, although that sort of that feature that we saw in the Crosstrek that doesn't let me turn it off hasn't made it here yet, but you can expect it to make its way through the range. Infotainment screen, very similar to the other two, except now our climate knobs here are displayed here. There's no interaction between those and that screen up top. That screen just gives you a few bits of basic information. So a little bit simpler there, a little bit more traditional, I guess, in that way. Do get a sunglass holder, and you do have LED map lights. All three too had the ratcheting style headrest. You can quickly dial in that little extra support. That full length door continues to the back, and just more space. It kind of goes without saying. One thing I forgot to mention, actually, on the Touring Crosstrek, you did have a center armrest with cup holder in the back seat. They're all a 60-40 split as well. And coming around to the back, they all had the backup camera. I didn't mention it, but it kind of goes without saying these days. But this has a built-in washer jet. It's kind of hard to see there, but it's just above the camera. So when you wash the back window, you also wash that backup camera lens. Nice touch, works well. And again, just more space back here. It's a nice wide opening, a lot wider than the previous generation. Previous gen only went up to the wheel arch, so this has gone a little bit further. And I didn't point it out because there wasn't really much to show, but in this one we do have more underfloor storage. So a lot more room for maybe some roadside kit. If you did get the accessory cargo cover, there is a spot down here where you can store it. And yeah, the visibility is worth mentioning too. Everyone who drives a Forester comments on how good the visibility is, thankfully, because it's always been a boxy vehicle and it continues to be, and I'm glad they've stuck with it. I'm glad they haven't, gone with a really sloped roof line and stylized it and make it look cool and sexy on the outside, but then lose that actual practicality that the car is known for. So good on Subaru for sticking with that. So there you have it, folks. Quick run through on your entry-level automatic SUV options with Subaru currently for 2021. Hope that was helpful and informative. If you guys have further questions, don't hesitate to leave comments. Or you can get in touch with me, Kaz, at Rally Subaru here in Edmonton, Alberta. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. Bye.